As you all know, there's recently been a huge terabyte leak from Game Freak, and one of the most interesting parts of this leak in my opinion, because of stirring controversy around it, is the new dynamic battle camera that is released from X and Y's beta game. This feature that would add a more cinematic touch to Pokemon battles has left many fans disappointed, especially because it didn't make its way to the final games. Many feel like it's a missed opportunity that could have made Pokemon battles more immersive, especially because this is the 6th generation of Pokemon so far, and you would have thought Game Freak would have been able to do this already. However, it's important to consider the complexities behind game development. Adding a dynamic camera function is not as simple as flipping a switch. Developing and implementing each feature requires considerable time, testing and resources. Game Freak is constantly working with tight schedules, hardware constraints and specific budget considerations. Some fans have expressed disappointment without fully understanding the work involved behind the scenes. However, this rapid pace in releases also stems from Game Freak's well-known by now business model. Pokemon, as the world's biggest franchise, generates substantial revenue with each release, and each time a game releases, each Pokemon releases. And Pokemon don't just mean pixels, Pokemon means cards, anime, merch, and so much more. The studio regularly launches games or DLCs to maintain the franchise relevance and drive profitability. While this approach often leads to compromises in features and polish, Game Freak's aim is to sustain Pokemon's position at the top of the industry. It's a strategy that, from a business perspective, sadly makes sense. Interestingly though, Pokemon games have featured more flexible camera controls in recent titles like Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. They both introduce a completely free-moving battle camera, giving players more control over their in-game perspective. This begs the question of whether fans' frustration over the camera feature is misplaced, as some level of camera freedom already exists in these games. Are people just complaining for no reason like usual? The upcoming Pokemon Legends EA, however, brings a new layer of intrigue. For the first time in years, Game Freak is slowing down from its typical yearly release schedule, potentially allowing for more refine and polish to each game. Previous titles like Scarlet and Violet faced huge criticism, fair enough, for performance issues, frame rate drops and technical glitches. This break in the release cycle offers hope that Legends EA will be more polished and deliver a better battle experience overall. What do you think? With these mixed feelings swirling around, are people's opinions just loud for the sake of it, or do they have a good point? Or will Pokemon fans always have something to complain about?